up guys, Eric John here for yet another exciting YouTube video. So today what I have on the agenda is nothing too crazy. I actually had some new tires thrown on the Subaru last weekend, and haven't driven it a lot yet. I raised up the suspension before I put on the tires, or had the tires put on. So I'm good with the back. The back there's probably about maybe a hand clearance, but the front, let me just flip it around here, I'll show you. That was a little quick, my bad. So the front, way too much gap. Not liking that. I mean, basically there's a 2-finger gap. I basically want to bring it down to 1. So I'm going to drop it down a little bit, but those are the new tires here. They're the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s. They're a 235 40/18, which I wanted to go with a 255 35. I just didn't know it was really close whenever I was underneath there the night before, as far as how close it was to the actual coil body. So I just didn't want to risk it, but I ended up ordering from Tire Rack, which I've never done that before, but I highly recommend it. It was really easy, just went on there, not sponsored by them or anything, but it's just the process. Ordered the tires, they shipped to one of the local installers, which I have like 3 or 4 around here. But it's just really easy. Took it there, they went ahead and mounted, balanced them, threw them on for me, and I actually had one of my struts was a little bit loose, or the coil's a little loose on top, so I was able to tighten that down, and now I'm going to go ahead and take the wheels off. Once I get the wheels off, I'll go ahead and bring you guys back, and these are really easy to adjust. They're the ST Coilovers, so I'll pull them out, or the tires off, and then I'll show you guys where I'm at. Hey guys, real quick, so I was going to take the wheels off, which it's ridiculous how much these things were torqued down. But anyways, what I'm using there, if you have a Subaru, the lugs, well, this is an 04 STI, it's a 19mm lug, or excuse me, socket. And then I have a 21mm here, and the reason being I have the lock on my Subaru, so it's really easy. The 21 slips over, so that way you can get it out. But anyways, what I had to do, let me show you real quick. I had a piece of PVC lying around, but I mean, these things were ridiculous. I mean, I'm pretty strong, and I mean, you got to be freaking Hulk to get the damn thing off. But anyways, I just had a piece of PVC. If you can use the top part, if you have one of these Harbor Freight floor jacks here, you can actually take the top part here off and use that as well. Just slip it right over the end of your ratchet, and you can use that if they have it torqued down. But I'm going to go and get the wheel off, and then I'll come back on and be back with you guys here in a sec. Alright guys, I'm back. Got the wheel off here, as you can see. All that like little marks and stuff you see on there, that's just the old plasti dip. I'm going to take that off. The actual inside of like the wheel, the barrel is painted black. So I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I think I might go ahead and go with black again. Maybe do a little bit of flake or gloss. And then I'll probably black out the STI center cap, and then do gold lugs to match the Brembos is what I was thinking. But anyways, here's the new tire. The tread pattern's pretty sick. A nice little spider. Sorry about that, people like spiders. I definitely just killed the thing. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty aggressive tread pattern. I like the look of it. I mean, I really like the Falcon, the 615K, or was it T? No, I can't remember. The 615 Plus. I like the tread pattern, more aggressive. I mean, I just drive way too much, and I don't think the tire would last, even though this one I think has a 340 tread wear. Each company has their own different tread wear. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick. It's kind of tight as far as my my space over here. I got my light just pointed at the hub there so you can see everything. I got the van, which is right there, right next to the Subaru in the garage. So definitely is a tight fit. Let me just show you kind of what I'll be doing to adjust the coil, which it's very, very easy. So up here, you can see the threads, and on the bottom, the actual the black plastic piece, that's called the perch. Now on the back side of it, there's a little set screw. So kind of like right back in this area here, there's a set screw. I don't know if I got that on camera. I'll try it again. Let me get back over here. So I'm sorry about this. Try not to block the light too much as well. So this is kind of a hot mess, but let me move my light over here so you can see. But that's around here. There we go, that's much better there. So right there is the perch. So this is much better. So right here, there's a set screw. So you have to undo that, and then what I'm going to do is spin it back down. So I'm going to go down to lower it, going up to raise it. So as you can see, I'm basically raised pretty freaking high. So I'm going to take it down so I'm not rubbing. If you look up to the top part here, you can see kind of where I rubbed my fender line with the tire before. So I don't want to go too low where I'm rubbing, but at the same time, I mean, it's way too much of a gap right now, at least for my taste. So I'm going to drop it down probably about an inch. So that'll leave me about an inch or a hand space in there. That way I'm not rubbing. But again, yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to take, there's a set screw here. Some of them have two perches, or they have like a lock nut on the bottom of the perch, and you spin that down, and then you spin the perch down and lock them together. But again, this one, ST, I believe it's the parent company is KW. So a lot of the entry-level KWs have the same thing. There's a set screw, and then you just spin the perch down to lower it, spin the perch up to raise it back up. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to show you guys the difference, and then the other side is exactly the same. And then maybe I might do another video on the Rembos, but as you can see there, these are the DBA rotors that I have, and then I have the Hawk HPS pads there. But those, I highly recommend them. And I'm probably going to do another little cleanup. I don't know if you can kind of see back there, but it's not really coming to focus too well. But you can kind of see the Cusco H-brace, that's the blue piece. That shiny silver piece, well, it's aluminum. That's the control arm. But I'm going to get underneath the car. I really want to clean it up. It's just, I was under there yesterday. It's pretty nasty. So that might be a future video. But I'm going to go ahead and drop this front end down. I'll bring you guys back, and I'm going to show you the end result. Hey guys, and one thing I forgot to mention real quick. So as far as measuring, I probably should mention that real quick as well. As far as measuring everything, what I'm doing, so as you can see right there, definitely I dropped it down a lot. It was at 3 1/4, now it's at 2 1/2. The way I'm doing that, I just showed you my tape measure. I'm measuring from the bottom of the perch, and then I'm going down to the bottom of the last thread. So on these STs, the way I'm doing it is perch, which, let me see here, it's hard to get that in the other hand, but I'm doing the perch. And from the perch, sorry it's not focused, try it again. But as you can see, the top part of the picture there, I'm going for the perch down to the last, you can kind of see it's shiny there. The last thread is what I'm measuring. So you do that on the same side, making consistent. Now, the springs, everything, you're going to settle there a little bit. So, I mean, your ride height, to get it perfect, it's not like I'm going to be 2 1/2 inches and 2 1/2 inches, and it's going to be, you know, spot on exact on both sides. I might have it like 2 1/2 inches and then like maybe an extra 1/8 inch, you know, on the other side, plus or minus, because there's other factors. Like one, you have the gas tank is on the passenger side. I'm going to be on the driver's side, obviously. So there's going to be some weight discrepancies. So don't expect it to be perfect, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it to 2 1/2 inches, 2 1/2 inches, and it's going to be pretty dang close. But I thought I'd just drop in real quick and say that. I'm going to go ahead and actually have the height the way I want it. So you might be able to see a little bit better in the upper left part there. I don't know if you can see a little shiny dot, but that's the set screw. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that back up. And on these, be careful not to torque those things down. It does not take a lot. You will strip it out. I did on the other side, and it's a pain in the neck. What you have to do is actually tap another hole and get the next size up little set screw, which I got at Ace Hardware. So again, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, just definitely shoot them below, and I'll get back to you guys. But again, I'm going to go ahead and button this up, do the other side real quick, and I'm going to show you the final ride height. Alright guys, so I'm back. So that really wasn't too bad. This took a little bit on the other side. I think I have my camber plate needs to be replaced on the driver's side. So that's something I figured out today, but that'll be for a later video. But I think maybe next week what I'll be doing is, I don't know if I want to do plasti dip or if I'm actually going to do more of an actual final kind of deal as far as painting them. but I'm going to make that decision this week. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go with black. I had them plasti dipped. I believe it was graphite before, which it was okay, but I want something darker, and then I was going to go with the gold lugs to match the Brembos. And definitely eventually down the road I'm going to get the car painted itself, but I'll probably do another video where I actually show you actually driving the car versus it just sitting here in the garage. It's raining out right now and it's just kind of nasty outside, so didn't really feel like taking the car out in the rain. Even though these tires handle really well in the rain. I found that on the way home from the tire place. But again, these coilovers were really easy to adjust. Let me just go ahead and swing it around here. I'll show you guys the final look here. So I definitely got rid of some of the gap there. If I actually pull it up here, it has a nice little tuck, as you can see there. So I'm not rolled or anything as far as my fenders are concerned. So, but if you really get in there, it's not a whole lot. Like before, I could easily fit like 2 fingers in there. Now, it's more. Let me do it this way. It's more like 1.5. I mean, it's definitely tighter. But I have, maybe you can put your hand there, which that's how I have it in the back. So it's pretty good. My the springs that I have in there at the coilovers are really stiff. So I don't really worry about it bottoming out. Before I had it tucked way under, and I probably had it almost an inch lower than this, which it handled really well. But the roads that I'm riding on to work are pretty crappy. So I was just getting tired of bottoming out. It's hitting every once in a while, so I didn't want to mess my fender liner up too much. But I'll probably ride like this. The one thing I would probably say is Eric, can you get alignment? Yeah, I'm going to go get alignment done, so don't worry about that. I know, or at least what I know is whenever you drop the car, it has a little bit of negative camber to it. So I know right now, just looking at it, that definitely set it in just a hair. But I mean, you're talking very, very minor adjustments there. But whenever you mess with the camber, then that throws your toe out. So but that's actually making adjustments to the camber, not lowering the car. But I'm going to go ahead and probably go get the car aligned. And then afterwards, like I said, well, I'm going to wrap this video up now, but next week what I'll probably be doing is painting the rims. I know I've been slacking as far as getting my videos out there. Just been really busy and hectic with everything in my life. But anyways, these Firestone Firehawks, like I said, a good tire, like them, pretty aggressive tread pattern. Just my first kind of thoughts on them are pretty good. Maybe next week, once I get the wheels painted, I can take the car out and actually do some road tests with them, take you guys with me on that. But until that next video, you guys take it easy.